New York Senator Daniel Patrick Moynihan. So we're going to go from transit hub to transit hub, where we're going to get a live report now from Fox's own Stephanie Bennett. She's joining us outside of Sky Harbor International Airport. You know, Stephanie, despite the CDC advising against holiday trips, nearly 1.3 million people traveled through American airports on Sunday after Christmas, a new pandemic record. Now health experts say another COVID spike is inevitable. Stephanie, what more can you say on that topic?
Nationwide. Now, just here in Phoenix, there was lines out the door today outside wrapping around the TSA checkpoints, and the number of passengers will continue to grow because we had Christmas last week and now we're going into the new year. In fact, these are the highest TSA checkpoint numbers we've seen since March, and we surpassed even Thanksgiving travel. Passengers packed into Phoenix's Sky Harbor International Airport today. Nationwide, more than 4.5 million travelers have passed through TSA checkpoints since Saturday. Now health officials say they're expecting another spike of COVID-19 cases, similar to what happened after Thanksgiving.
What we really worry about is the mingling of different bubbles once you get to your destination. We really have to wait and see. I really encourage people to follow the CDC guidelines, make your family gatherings small, safe, protect the elderly, and we can get through this.
Numbers continue to grow. Today, the U.S. reached over 19.5 million total coronavirus cases and more than 339,000 deaths. The CDC recommends before and after their trip. But the vaccine is quickly being distributed, with more than 2 million people vaccinated so far, which is actually behind projections.
Trump administration suggests that 20 million Americans could be vaccinated by the end of December. With only a few days left in December, we've only vaccinated a few million.
Over in the UK today, they're the first country to give emergency authorization to a new COVID vaccine developed by the University of Oxford and AstraZeneca. This vaccine is cheaper and easier to store. It comes just in time as their cases continue to rise and they fight a new, more contagious variant of the virus, which is now here in the U.S.
New strains always mutate, they always change, and they almost definitely will change in the direction of something that's more easily transmissible, because that gives the virus a survival advantage.
Now, several airports across the country are trying all they can to help slow the spread of this virus. Here in Phoenix at Sky Harbor, they have hand sanitizing stations all around. They even have a COVID-19 testing site right before you go through the TSA pre-check, and they also require masks at all times indoors. Andrew.
Stephanie, you know, I was just at Sky Harbor Airport a couple of days ago, and you're right that it was more crowded than I had ever seen, even since when I moved here in September. So people are flying again, you're right, despite all the travel warnings. And like you mentioned, that new strain, which is, I believe, here in Colorado and California from the UK. Stephanie, if we don't talk to you before the new year, Happy New Year. All right, and that was our last live report of the night, I believe, but we'll have a lot of great content going into these early evening hours here, rather, on this Wednesday, December the 30th, New Year's Eve. And I just wanted to preview again, we'll have special live coverage of all the New Year's Eve celebrations happening around the country and around the world. You know, there's usually live pictures of these grand fireworks displays and really exotic, interesting locales around the world. And we'll be covering it all for you here on NewsNOW, where everything is live, raw, and unfiltered. We're going to take a quick commercial break. Then we're going to stick with some more coronavirus news, head out to the state of Washington, where they had an update from earlier. So stay with us. Be back in 2 minutes.